I say ridge, it's pretty flat here in South Carolina, but I'm talking about a foot difference. Anyways, everything's really dry right now, so I can probably access the ridge through this Tupelo swamp that I heard that bird on last. But there's also significant ridge where I can potentially strike another bird, so I think I have a few options by hunting this area. I can basically, like I said, I can get anywhere really, so we're gonna slip into here where that ridge branches out. I'm gonna shoot a few calls down into the bottom and hopefully I can strike one. Interesting. So I slipped in here and walking this trail in here. I've been in here before and I've always seen some turkeys on, but there's a lot of it, a lot of turkey scratch, and I even came up on a feather. And then I just had a gut feeling just to set up and get ready. So I picked this little spot. I got some sugar cane and stuff over here next to this oak tree, and I started yelping on the crystal, and he hammered probably 150 yards, and I haven't heard him since. It's probably been about 30-35 minutes. Am I gonna get him to respond to anything else? I don't know. I'm assuming he's got hands with them, and I probably just got almost like a shock gobble effect because I was so close and I was really letting it go on that crystal. So I have a general idea of where he's going, but I don't know how to go about this. So I think I'm gonna try to do a loop on him, but I need him to gobble again. I don't even know what time it is. Might be 1:30. Did a little bit of scouting, hunting also, of course. I've always been curious if this I was able to get to this logging road from where I just was at, where I struck that bird. So you can if the water's low. So that's pretty neat. It gives me a lot of room to work with. It's pretty hard to get back in here. It's a long walk. So keep on trucking. We're striking a lot of birds. I can't finish them for whatever reason. That bird kind of just drifted off. He only gobbled 3 or 4 times. Really strange. I don't like my first our setup should have been here, but I was a little paranoid because this bottom is so open. It's the middle of the day. I don't got anything to lose. I'm just slipping here. Ease my way. Try to get a little closer. He's probably about 200 yards when I last heard him, so.
All right, here's my bird from this afternoon. I've hunted extremely hard today. I initially, when I started hunting, I actually snuck into the roost around 5, even a little bit before that. Even camped out overnight, and I hunted all day until now. I had several birds gobbled on the roost this morning, but I was in a spot where I was kind of between all of them, so I didn't have enough time to really pick, just based on how far I was from the birds. And I ended up almost cutting one off at about 100 yards, but that never worked out. And then I also struck another bird around 10:30, but he only gobbled once, and I did a big loop covering ground, but I never was able to strike another bird in that area. And then finally, I was thinking about even heading home, and I said, you know what, maybe I'll try one more spot adjacent to where I've killed birds in the past. And man, I walked down into the bottom, and right away I struck this bird. And on the initial sit-up, he didn't really want to go where I was going. He kind of cut me off and stopped talking. And I've been in here before, so I know how to lay out the woods. And I decided I was to just try to cut him off, and that's what I did. And I got a little bit in front of him, and then I struck him again around 3:30. And I worked this bird for about an hour. It's very open hardwoods, so I got behind a laydown, trying to convince him that I was ahead on the other side of a laydown somewhere. And I got him in. I was watching about 90 yards for about 25 minutes, and I got him to about 50 yards, took the shot. I'm extremely grateful. I'm happy to provide for some friends, make some turkey nuggets, and hopefully spend the rest of the week trying to get some family and friends on birds. So I'm extremely excited for what's to come, and thank you for watching. Also, Matt killed a bird this morning as well, so 2 birds down opening day, so how about that?